Alright, so ito na yan. Ito na tayo. Natatapos ko lang i-paste. Dito tayo nag-stop kanina. So, naririnig niyo ba ako? Baka mamaya hindi niyo ako naririnig eh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige, good. So, data grade view.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Okay, continue na tayo. So, that clear. So, mahalaga to sa data grid view para hindi siya magpatong-patong yung value. So, mamaya papakita ko yung difference kung wala to at saka meron. Okay? And then, yung two columns natin, wherein we have the value or the variable time and then distance. And then, yung title nila. Okay? And then, yung loopings natin is mag-i-start from 1 hanggang sa 5. Okay? And then, the formula of distance. So, 1/2 times A, which is 32, times T, which is time, ito itong variable TYM natin, raised to 2. Okay? And then, papakita natin yung result sa data rows, data grid view 1, that rows that add. So, yung una is yung time. Oops. Ano yan? Ito. So, yung time muna. And then, yung pangalawa is yung distance. So, ang papansinin nyo dito is finormat niya into fix or letter F. So, ang ginagawa ng F natin is kinukuha niya yung 2 decimals ng value natin or ng result. Okay? So, pwede kang gumamit ng 0.00 or N2. Okay lang din yun. Parehas lang din yung magiging kalalabasan. And then, incrementing siya by 1. Okay? So, test natin. Compute. Ayan. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, yung equivalent results nila. Okay, 1 is 16 feet. 2 is 64 feet. Hanggang sa ma-reach mo yung 5 seconds, which is 400 feet. Okay? So, kung papansin nyo, kiniklik ko yung compute button, yun pa rin yung lumalabas. Kasi meron tayong clear button. So, ang nangyari niyan, kiniklear niya bago niya ipakita yung content. Okay? So, yun yung function nito. Kapag wala to, gawin ko muna ng comment. So, again, kapag comment, hindi na siya part of the program. Para na lang siyang label. Okay? So, check natin. So, compute ganun pa rin. Pero pag clinic ko ulit to, mapapatungan or malalagdagan na to. Ayan. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, meron ulit yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since clinic ko yung button twice. Pag clinic ko to, malalagdagan ulit to. Ayan. So, mapapansin niyo tatlo na yan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6, 7. So, parang pumapatong ng pumapatong lang. So, mangyari nito is waste of resources or waste of memory. So, para maiwasan to, meron tayo ng .clear or data grid view 1.column set. So, every time na i-click mo yung button, i-clear niya muna yung laman bago niya ipakita yung result. Okay? So, any questions so far regarding with this one? So, nandito lang naman lahat or nandiyan naman lahat yung mga formulas or yung mga codes. So, I hope or I wish paganahin nyo to para kung sakaling may gusto kayong gawin, mas napapagana nyo. Or kung sakaling parang hindi nyo masyadong mag-gets, try nyo paglaruan, palitan nyo to, ganyan, and then basahin yung mga errors, bakit ganun, hanggang sa ma-fully understand nyo na ganun pala yung mangyari kapag may mga binago-bago kayo dito. Question? Question, guys? Question? Wala?
None, sir.
Alright, so I hope sa iba, none din. Okay, exercise number 10. So the x and y coordinates as function of time p of a projectile fired with an initial velocity of v at an angle theta with respect to the ground is given by itong formula na to, x is equal to velocity times time times cosine and then yung angle. And then y is equal to velocity times time times sine times theta minus 1/2 gt squared. Yung g na to is yung acceleration. Okay? So, itong x na to is ito yung distance. Okay? Ito yung distance and then ito naman yung formula or yung height. Okay? So, formula ng distance, formula ng height. Okay? So using these formulas, write code that allows the user to input for the initial velocity. So example, 350 meter per second. And then at an angle, say 25 degrees. So example, 25 degrees. So gagawa tayo ng program wherein gagamitin natin ng formula para masolve yung x and y or yung distance sa height. And then may two inputs yung user. Okay? Yun yung initial velocity and then yung angle. Okay? So display a table of x, distance traveled. So ito na yan, yung distance natin. And y for the height, which is what? Or values for projectile fired at the time interval 0 to the total time. So mag-i-start tayo sa 0 hanggang sa kung ano man yung ma-reach niyang time of travel. Wherein, ang formula ng time of travel is 2 times velocity times sine theta divided by g. So tong g na to, meron tong default or constant value. Okay? Which is 9.81 yata. Makita natin mamaya. Meron siya dito sa solution. Seconds with increments of 1/2 seconds. So ipapakita natin yung result every 0.5 seconds. And then says here, remember to convert to radian measure. Okay? So I think nandito na yung code eh. Okay. Ito pala yung expected output. So yun na nga, meron tayong dalawang input and then dalawang result. Or to be exact, tatlong result. Yung time of flight, yung distance, and then yung height. Okay? And then, kung ano man yung na-reach na time dito, so yun yung ipapakita mo dito sa time. So, 0, starting hanggang sa ma-reach mo yung 30.30. Yan, 30 lang pala since yung 0.5 natin is 30.5 na. So, hindi na yun pwede dito since hanggang 30.70 lang or hanggang 30 lang. Okay? So, ito na yung code. So, nag-declare siya ng 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 variables. Okay? So, tong T na to, dapat may comma dito. Okay? Hindi lang malagyan since naka-PDF. Hindi na ma-edit. So, T, comma, and then this for distance, H for height, and then T flight for the time of flight, ito, and then velocity, and then angle. Okay? So, take note, dapat single since meron ng mga decimal yung mga yan. And then, yung G natin, G variable, is a constant. Okay? So, ang value niyan is 9.80665. Okay? So, saan magagaling yung VO natin? Sa text box 1. Saan magagaling yung angle? Sa text box 2. Okay? So, yan. So, laging meron tayong clear. Okay? Mag-umbisa lagi tayo sa clear para kapag clinic mo yung compute, hindi matatapalan o hindi matatagdagan nito. Okay? Clear niya muna bago niya ilagay yung content para hindi nakakalito or para hindi patong-patong. Okay? And then, ito yung column 1 natin, column 2, column 3. So, column 1 is yung time, column 2 is yung distance, column 3 is yung height. Okay? And then, yung formula ng T-flight natin is 2 times VO times mat at sine, and then converted na siya by radian, and then yung angle. Okay? So, depende yun sa input ng user, which is coming from text box 2. Then, divided by G, which is 9.80665. So, text box 3.text, which is this one. Okay? So, yung result na T-flight, so, pwedeng nasa 4 decimals or 5 decimals or 10 decimals yan. So, ginawa niya is finormat niya. Okay? So, yung format na to is kukuha lang siya ng 2 decimals. So, kung gusto mong 1 decimal lang, then lagay mo dito N1 or 0.0. Kung gusto mo 2 decimals, so lagay mo N2 or 0.00 or yung F or fix. Okay? So, marami kayong pwedeng gawin para i-format to into decimals. So, N2, 0.00 or fix. And then, loopings na tayo. So, continuation to ng code kanina. So, T is equal to 0. So, initially, of course, 0 siya. Hanggang sa ma-reach niya yung value ng T-flight natin. Wherein yung T-flight natin, T-flight will be coming from this formula. Okay, or this text box 3. Right? What else? So, in these times, ito yung formula. So, ito yung x kanina. Ito. So, input mo lang yan. And then, yung height, yun din yung formula kanina. So, input nyo lang din yan. Okay? What else? And then, i-display na natin yung mga results by row. Okay? So, una is yung time. Pangalawa is, of course, yung distance, which is D. Then, yung pangatlo is yung height. So, papansinin nyo, sa loob siya nag-format since hindi pwedeng dito. Pag dito sa labas, ang magiging result niyan is 0. So, dito siya nag-format sa loob ng data grid view 1. Format, and then fix or letter F. And then format for height, and then letter F ulit. So, itong letter F na to is fix. So, kapag sinabi natin fix, so 2 decimal yung kukunin natin. Okay, and then nag-i-increment siya by 0.5. Okay, so ito yung loop natin. Okay? And then yung para mga equivalent formulas, or inulit lang to for the parang magiging result or output at the end. And then data grid view 1.rows.add, which is the same with this one. Okay? So check natin. Data grid view 1. Yan, meron ako. So tanggalin lang natin to. Ay, ito niya ito yun. Ay ba? Ito pa ito yun. Check natin. Okay ba? Okay, and then ito yung continuation. So ayusin ko lang to since may mga error. So comma dito sa T. Ayan. So text box 1, since wala akong text box 1. Kaya siya nagkakaroon ng error. Text box 2 para sa angle. So size ko lang to. 5. Gawin natin multi-line. Para free size siya. Ayan. Okay. And then yung third text box natin is yung T-flight. So, ito yung velocity. Yan yung time of flight natin. Text box 1, meron na sa VO. Text box 2, meron na sa angle. I-clear natin. So, TG1 yung ginamit. So, by default, yung gamit natin is yung default name. So, balik natin. Yeah. So, itong regions na to, bigyan natin ng solution. Regions is math. Declare pala natin itong regions na to. Regions as math.pi divided by 180. Bigyan natin ng multiplication. Para ma-convert siya into regions. Alright, so ano pa ang error natin? Okay, so wala na. Check natin kung same yung result. So nakalagay doon is 350 and then 25. 350 and then 25. Compute. 0, 0, 0. 0 lahat. Why? I think sa regions nagkagala. Balik pa rin ko lang. Angle. Times There you go. 25. Time, distance, height. Ano naman? Check natin. Text box 1, text box 2, text box 3. Data grid view 1. Okay, dito, okay lang naman. Times range. 1.5 divided by 180. And sub. At 0. Starting from 0 hanggang sa yung T-flight. So, sinolve muna natin yung T-flight. Ayan. 30.17. So, ayaw niya pala ng math ng regions. Pero, tama naman. Times regions. Times regions. So, check natin kung same yung value. So, 0, 175, 1, 2, 3. 0.5, 175. Diba? Tapos may negative. Ising ko lang to. At kaya niya ito ng variable gradients. Ayan, there you go. Times. Okay. So, I think the same na sila. So, 158.60, 72.73. Ayan, 158.60, 72.73. Sabi ko na nga ba, hindi na kailangan to. Dito lang tayo sa loopings. Ayan. So, there you go. So, convert natin siya into radians gamit tong math at pi divided by 180. So, tanggalin ko na to. Hindi na kailangan yun. Okay. What about kapag yung velocity natin is 1,000 at an angle of 25? So, ang travel flight niya is 86.19 seconds. So, hanggang 86 yan or hanggang 85. Hanggang 86 pala. 86. Pero wala nang 86.5 since hanggang 0.90 lang. Okay? So, any questions so far regarding with this one? Question? Okay, so your new expected output. Alright? Wala namang question? So, hindi nakasama to Tanggalin nyo na to. Hanggang dito lang tayo sa end while. Ito lang loopings kailangan nyo. Kapag meron na kayo ng formula sa distance, sa height, you're good to go. Lagay nyo lang yung arrangement. So type muna distance and then height. Question? Question? Question, guys? Natulog na ulit kayo?
None, sir.
Okay. So I hope sa iba naintindihan nyo rin. Okay, so next one is exercise number 11. So given different values, assume all are integers, okay, whole number, listed in the list box. So determine the sum of all the values, okay? So we have a sample code here. So dim, total, and then CTR for counter, okay? For CTR, 0, so mag-i-start tayo sa 0 hanggang sa kung ano man or ilan man yung laman ng list box natin. List box 1, that items that count, -1. So again, yung that count -1 is kukunin niya lahat ng nandun. Okay? So dito, that items, kukunin niya lahat ng item. So item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And then, kukumpitin niya lang yun. Okay, pag-a-addin niya lang lahat. So total plus yung list box 1 that items that CTR. Okay? So yung una is, of course, 0 muna. And then 1, 2, 3, hanggang sa ma-reach yung 5. Ayan, para mapupunta lang siya sa total natin. Okay, total variable. The next, CTR. So ano yung variable nyo dito, yun din dapat yung variable nyo dito. Kapag gumamit kayo ng for statement. And then, ilalagay natin yung result. Itong total na to sa text box 1.text. Or pwede rin sa message box. Okay. So, gawin natin to. Gawin natin lahat yan. Total. And then, a list box. Okay. So, by default, of course, blanco to. So, maglagay tayo ng value. 5, 3, 5. So, konti lang para ma-solve natin manually. So, summation nito is 13. Okay. Nalagyan natin yung code dito. Text box 1, the text. So, nagkakaroon ng error yung text box 1 since hindi natin nilagay yung text box. So, dito natin papakita yung result. So, palakihan ko lang to. 25. Yan. Compute items. Okay. Double click. And then, ito na yung code mismo. Okay. So, check natin. So, pag clinic ko to, dapat magpapakita yung result dito. So, sum is 30. Okay? So, parang unit lang dito, parehas lang din, pero nasa unahan. So, gamit lang kayo ng concatenation ito. Itong ampersand na to. Okay? And then yung string. So, sum is, and then yung result, which is a number. So, i-convert natin into string. So, itong number na to is magiging string. Ano lang naman. Any questions so far? Okay, so walang sumasagot. So, I think walang question. Alright, so next one. So let's have an exercise. So tell how many times does each of the following loops iterate and what is the final value of the variable x in each case. Okay? So sa atin, para mas mabilis, alamin natin kung ilang beses lang maglo-loop. Since kapag nalaman naman natin kung ilang beses maglo-loop, malalaman natin yung final value ng x. Okay? So for number 1, ilang beses maglo-loop yung number 1 natin? So starting is 5 hanggang sa ma-reach niya yung 30. Then incrementing siya by 1. Anyone wants to answer? So anong sagot sa number 1? Okay dyan. Wala? Nakalimutan nyo na? Or di nyo naintindihan kung paano i-manually check? So ilang beses maglo-loop to? Okay, so sige, sagutan ko ito number 1. Sagutan natin yung mga susunod mamaya. So starting sa 5 hanggang sa ma-reach yung 30. So basically, 5, 6, 7, 8 hanggang sa ma-reach yung 30. So bilangin nyo lang yon kung ilang beses siya maglo-loop. So the best way is yung maximum minus yung pinaka-starting. So 30 minus 5 is 25. Pero since nag-start tayo sa parang pinaka-unang-una, ito, yung unang value is 5 plus 1. So mag-iterate yan 26 times. Okay? How about number 2? Ilang beses mag-loop? So starting from 10 hanggang 50. And then, mag-aano siya by 5. Mag-increment siya by 5. Kayo dyan. Paano na lang sa exam? Alright, so number 2, starting sa 10, so incrementing by 5. So 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, hanggang sa ma-reach niya yung 50. So bilangin nyo lang yan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 times siyang mag-loop. Okay? So how about number 3? Starting from 60. Ilang beses maglo-loop yung number 3 natin? Okay, yan. Wala? Pakamot ulo ka na lang. Walang may alam sa inyo, guys. May isa. Number 3. Huwag kayong sumagot sa chat, ha. Hindi ko makikita yon. So, dito kayo sumagot. Gamitin niyo yung mic. Okay, sige. 60 yung start. Then, magdi-decrement by 10. We're in 50 na yung next. Yung ginamit dito is until. So, take note kapag until yung ginamit, saka lang siya magpo-proceed kapag false yung statement. So, ito yung kabaliktaran ng while. Okay? So, yung next dito is 40. Wherein 40 is equal to 40. So, hindi siya magpo-proceed since true na yung statement mo dito. Pag until, saka lang siya magpo-proceed kapag false yung statement. So, basically, number 3 will iterate or will loop twice. Okay? 60 and 50 lang. About number 4, starting from 100. So, until ulit yung ginamit. Okay? So, kapag false yung statement, saka lang siya magpo-proceed. Pero kapag true yung statement, hindi na siya mag-proceed. Okay, so initially, yung value natin is 100. And then yung condition natin is greater than 70. So 100 is greater than 70, so this one is true. So kapag true yung statement dito, hindi na siya magpo-proceed. So this will never iterate. Okay? Since unang-unang condition pa lang is mas malaki na yung or tama na yung statement natin or tama yung condition. Okay? Okay, number 5. So, ilang beses mag-iterate to? Wala. Ang gustong sumagot? Alright, so initially, ang value natin is 15. So, nag-increment siya by 5. So, 20, 25, 30. So, take note, meron tayong another condition wherein if x is greater than or equal to 30, so na-reach na yung 30, mag-end na dun yung statement mo or mag-end na dun yung loop statement mo. Okay, so ito, 4 times lang siyang nag-loop. 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay? How about number 6? So, initially, value is 100. Then, po-proceed siya kapag true tong statement. So, kapag while, again, magpo-proceed siya kapag true yung statement. So, 100 is greater than 75. So, isang beses na yan. Minus 5. So, 95 na to. So, magpo-proceed pa rin siya hanggang sa ma-reach niya yung 75. So, bilang lang kayo. So, 100, 95, 90, 85, 70, 75 pala. And 5 times. So, 5 times, maglulup yung number 6. About number 7. So, x is equal to 75. So, mag-i-increment siya by 10. And then, take note, ang ginamit is until. So, initially, yung value natin is 75, wherein it is lesser than or equal to 10. Okay, so kapag false tong statement na to, magpo-proceed yung loopings. So, 75 is lesser than or equal to 10, so false. So, maglo-loop siya ng one time na doon. So, 65, another na yan, pangalawa. 55, pangatlo. Pang-apat, pang-5, pang-6, pang-7, pang-8. Okay? So, 5 is lesser than 10, which is true. So, kapag true na yung statement mo sa until, saka lang siya mag-stop. Saan tayo nag-stop? 7, 8. So, 8. 8 times siyang nag-iterate. Okay? So, last, number 8. So, hanggang 12 to. I think yes, hanggang 12. So, iwanan ko na yung iba sa inyo since kulang na tayo sa oras. So, initially, yung value natin is 100. And then, ito yung condition. So, 100 is greater than 70. So, take note kapag until, magpo-proceed siya kapag false yung statement. Pero dito, unang-una pa lang, true statement na siya. Okay? So, this one will never iterate or will never loop. Okay? Kahit na meron pang second condition dito. Kasi dito pa lang, hindi na siya maglo-loop. Okay, so iwanan ko na tong 9, 10, 11, 12 sa inyo. Okay? And then, lastly is yung variation of for next. So ito, ang gagawin lang neto is ilalagay niya yung parang mga values or yung makukuha niyang strings dito sa directories local list niyo. Okay? So lalagay niya sa list box one.items.add. So pwede niyo i-try ito, i-copy paste niyo lang. Okay? So bali hanggang dito na lang tayo. So hindi ko na ipoproceed tong sa looping exercises hanggang sa pinakadulo. So marami pa sana. Pero ito lang din kasi yung natapos ng last class. Hanggang dito lang kami sa loop ito. Actually hanggang dito lang sa variation of for next. So para same lang, yung natapos yung dalawa hanggang dito na lang. So next meeting is Arduino tayo. Okay, so any questions so far? Question?
None, sir.
None, sir.
Alright. Okay, so wala na tayong part 3. So yung next time is next meeting na. Okay? So yung mga walang question, pwede na kayong mag-leave. And then yung meron, so pwede nyo akong i-message directly. So wait nyo na lang yung recorded meeting natin sa Facebook. Okay? So bye-bye!